stable your weight is throughout the day, the better. And lots of triathletes, especially lean men, step on the scale all the time because it matters to them. It's important to see trends, to see what time of the month you're the heaviest, when are you the lightest. After you eat what foods seem to add weight overnight? What do training sessions and races do to you? You need to be up for about 3 days before it's really, you need to be concerned that it's a weight gain, okay? Then you need to act quickly, okay? What tends to happen is you still have the cycles of weight fluctuation, up and down, but it's 2 or 3 or 4 pounds, maybe 5 pounds, instead of 30 pounds, okay? And you can go through a cycle every 6 weeks or so. You may be constantly, you should be constantly looking at the scale, and when it gets a little bit beyond your comfort zone, take action quickly, get rid of it. Losing 2 pounds is a lot easier than losing 10. Okay? This is a big one. I have to go over here and get my box. Okay. This is the black box exercise. Whoa. All right. Let's see what I have here. This is my black box. You see it? It looks kind of scary, doesn't it? It is scary for me even to get near. Okay. This is one of those touchy-feely emotional type of things I want you guys to do. It's really helpful. You need to do this when you're alone and you don't have any interruptions. Maybe if you're kind of in a depressed mood, it would be even better. Because you need to get into some pain here. Okay? I'm going to show you. What's in my black box is so horrible I don't want to touch it. This is my black box. This is what's in here. I sat in the parking lot of Barnes & Noble just hating myself right before I started to succeed with this weight loss plan. And I was so sick and tired of the up and down and the sense of failure. And I just let it all come out on that paper. And you need to take some time and think about how being overweight makes you feel. And it could be 10 pounds. It doesn't have to be 50 pounds. Just a little bit. If you're not where you want to be, how does it make you feel? When you see those race photos, those race photos are almost always awful for everybody. But they could be especially bad when you're thinking you need to be a little leaner. What do you think of overweight people when you're walking down the street? Do you feel like you want to be like them? What do you think people think of you? Our culture implies that you're stupid, undisciplined, lazy, and unfit if you're heavy. Probably not the case if you're here tonight. Okay? You may be very fit. You may be training. You may be an Ironman. But when you walk down the street, can anybody tell you're an Ironman? Does that make you feel yucky? Because what you are on the inside is different than what you're showing the world on the outside. What our culture thinks about weight does matter. You know, you can say, well, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's what you think that matters. But a lot of times we adopt what our culture thinks. Be honest with yourself. Get sad. I mean, you've got to go into that deep, ugly place that you don't want to go to. You know, when you're eating and you're gaining weight and you're kind of in denial, and you know at some point you say, I've got to get real again. And there's that moment of despair. And if you can get into that despair, it can be actually very helpful. Get angry at yourself. How many years you're going to waste being other than what you want to be? How much does your weight problem cost your soul? That sounds like a really serious, profound thing. But I think that weight control is a really huge challenge. And it really goes to the core of who you are and how you control your life and how you control yourself. So it does matter. Put all of that pain in your black box Write it down, put it in your black box. And then be happy that it's in a box now instead of something that you're carrying around. As long as you stick with your plan, all that pain stays in that box. I haven't had this box out for 4 years, and just taking it out makes me sweat. I don't even want to think about what's in there. I mean, it's really ugly. Use the pain, all right? Remember it. If you need motivation again, you start to slip. Resolve to never be there again. Decide. Oh, I love this. Decide. Okay, so Luke says, all right, I'll give it a try. No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try. Yoda's right. If you like Star Trek, Patrick Picard, make it so. It's just that simple. Just make it so. It's in your control. You must be strong enough, brave enough, and wise enough to be true to yourself.